All right, let's go ahead and get this thing started. So, just like always, I'm going to start with level 1, then I'll go to level 2, then I'll go to level 3. All right, level 1, 2, and 3. In that order. So, first one is going to be for level 1. Level 1, you guys are on chapter 3 in the 17 laws of teamwork. 17 laws of teamwork. So, if you're in level 2 or 3, just kind of hang out. When I get through level 1, then we'll move on. So this is a good review for you guys. That way you guys are kind of remembering everything that's going on. So remember, the first 10 minutes are level 1, the second are level 2, then the third are level 3. And I'll make it easier by putting the level in the top corner. So we're on chapter 3 for the laws of teamwork. It is the law of the niche. Again, that's the law of the niche. Now, it says all players have a place where they add the most value. All players have a place where they add the most value. It says having right blank in the right blank is essential for team building. This one is having the right people in the right places boom, just like so. And again, I'm going to rewrite it. This is level 1. All right. Having the right people in the right places is essential to team building. A team's dynamic changes according to the placement of people. All right, so we got a little chart here underneath. It says when people are in the wrong place. Now, when the wrong person is in the wrong place. So this is telling someone to teach something they're not good at, right? So if I was like, hey, white belt, go teach a black belt class. Well, that's crazy, right? No white belt can teach a black belt class. Well, that's going to lead to regression. Regression. That's basically the opposite of progression. You don't want that. That's bad. All right. So regression is not the one you want. All right. Next one is the wrong person in the right place. So this is like asking a level 3 student to teach a level 3 class. We don't ever do that, right? It's because someone at the same level can't teach someone at the same level. That's not how it works, right? So this leads to frustration. Frustration. Good. All right, and then the next one, the right person in the wrong place. So this is like asking an instructor that's really good at teaching sparring to teach forms, or vice versa, telling a person that's really good at forms being like, hey, go teach sparring. That's not the right place. That's the right person, but it's not the right place. This leads to confusion. Confusion. Hey, Nunez's. I'm on yours right now. So all these answers that are on here are for you guys. So, yeah, the right people in the wrong place can lead to confusion. The next one, the right person in the right place. So this is asking someone that's really good at something to teach that subject. So that's asking someone that's really good at teaching forms to teach forms. If someone's really good at teaching sparring to teach sparring. This leads to progression. Progression. And the last one, the right people, multiple people in the right places. This is, again, a good team that is you know, they do everything that they need to. So they put them in the places that they are the best worked, right? So if someone's really good at teaching forms, put them in forms. If someone's good at teaching sparring, put them in sparring, right? That's how that works. So if you put the right people in the right places, this leads to multiplication. It's a very long word. Multiplication. There at the bottom. Good. All right. Give me 1 second. I need to get a different marker. This one's dying on me. All right. So that's the top. Let's go ahead and keep going. Now, put people in their places. This is important, the very bottom, right? So to put people in their place, where they need to be, what they're the best at. Hey, LeBron, this is your stuff right now, so I want you to quickly write all these down, okay? So put people in their place, where they need to be. These are all important. So first one, you must know the team. You have to know the team. Ooh, brand new marker. You have to know the team. Second, you need to know the situation. So this is 1, 2 will be over here, 2. You must know the situation. And then 3 will be down here. And you must know the player. So to put people in their places, where they work best, what they do best, right? I need to make sure that everyone knows where they are best on the team, right? What my teammates are best at, right? So again, I'm not going to put someone that's really good at sparring to teach forms. That's not good. All right? So I want to put the team where they do the best stuff. Same with the situation. I'm not going to have a karate instructor try to teach you basketball. That's not how that works. That'd be really weird, right? I don't know how to teach basketball. I don't play basketball. All right, so I can't teach you guys, but I can at the karate school, the situation's perfect for me to teach you the correct way. And I need to know you guys, the players, right? You guys are the players, you're the students, you guys are learning. I need to know how best to work with you guys. Now, going down a little bit, because we're almost out of time for level 1, it says teamwork thought. You are most valuable where you add the most value. You are most valuable where you add the most value. So, have you found your niche yet? Have you thought, ready, this is a fun sentence. There's no place like this place of anywhere near this place, so this must be the place. Place, right? So what I want you to do, level 1, is on the bottom of your page, I want you to write the things you're good at. Have you found the things that you are the best at? No one can compare to you when you come to those like things, right? What are you the best at? And that's what I want you to write down there, okay? So again, level 1, this is everything you guys have for like your answers for today. If you need to, you guys can go to YouTube and start this YouTube video over and watch it from the beginning. That way you get all the answers and the explanations for every single one that we've been going over. But that is going to be it for you guys. All right, level 1, thank you guys for joining me. You guys are free to go. We're on to level 2 now. Level 2, you guys are on chapter 10. Let me get there. Chapter 10. Cool. This one I have to work on a little bit. There's not an application at the bottom, so I have to make it. I have to make one for you guys. All right? Update our papers a little bit. Cool. All right. Oh, This is for level 2. Bam. There we go. All right, so level 2, you guys are on chapter 10, which is the law of connection. The law of connection. Let's see it here. Let me do this. Boop. Aha. There we go. I think you guys can see me a little bit better. Not the bottom, but that's okay. I can shift around things. Oh, too far. There we go. Now you guys can see all of it. Cool. So, let's go ahead and keep talking. So, this is the law of connection. The law of connection for level 2. All right. It says, leaders touch a heart before they ask for a hand. Again, leaders touch a heart before they ask for a hand. All right. So, it says, the blank comes before the blank. The blank comes before the blank. This one is the heart. Comes before the head. Boom. The heart comes before the head. All right. So this one's important because, again, like I said, like the quotation above, if you can touch someone's heart, then they're going to want to follow you. And that's what this is talking about. All right. So it says the stronger the relationship and connection between individuals, the more likely the follower will want to help the leader. This one is stronger. I said it already. This one's stronger. Boom. Stronger. So this one's important. Why? Because this whole thing, the law of connection, all right, for level 2 for you guys. The law of connection is all about inspiring people to keep going. It's inspiring your students to want to do things, right? And that's the most important thing is I want you guys to want to do it. And that's why I want to inspire you to keep going. All right? And that's where I have to touch your heart before I can be like, hey, do this, right? You have to want to do it before you actually do it. All right, and so that leads into that one with stronger. It says the stronger the relationship and connection between individuals, the more likely the follower will want to help the leader. So that one's super easy. If I'm being a good leader, you guys are going to want to follow me because you want to, right? You're going to want to follow me because that's what you want to do. All right, and that's why, like, with what we're doing, that it becomes easier with karate. It becomes easier because that's what we're doing here. We're building connections. All right. The next quote says, "People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care." This one's important. I want you guys to remember this quote. Right. Again, it says, "People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care." So what that means is I can know everything in the world, but if I'm showing you guys that I don't care about you and you don't matter, you're not going to want to learn from me, right? That's what this is talking about. Okay? So if I can show you how much I care first, then you're going to want to follow me forever, okay? And that's what this is talking about. All right? So that is what that means. Next one, it says to connect with people in a group. Relate to them as blank. Relate to them as individuals. Let's try this again. Individuals. Individuals. There you go. That's how you spell individuals. So what this is talking about is if you want to relate to people, if you want people to follow you, like we've been talking about, you want to have them build that connection, then you have to relate to them as one person, not just a group of people, right? So the more I can kind of connect with people one-on-one, the more I can be like, hey, I know you like this, and hey, I know, what this stuff is about you. Well, it makes it easier to relate to you, okay? And the next one says, the tougher the challenge, the greater the blank. The tougher the challenge, the greater the blank. This one is connection. The greater the challenge, the bigger the connection. So what this means is if you're going through something that's extremely challenging, you're gonna build a bigger connection with people, right? So like right here with karate is such a great example of this because this is a hard journey. You guys are working hard to become a black belt, right? That's something that's not easy to do. And that's why it's so worth it. That's why it's so amazing. And the feeling of earning your black belt is one of the best things in the world, right? It's because it is challenging. It's hard to do, but you're building connections. That's why you have friends here at the karate school. That's why you guys listen to me, Mr. Churchman, and Ms. Ogle, because we're helping you along the way, right? We're building a connection with you guys. We're building that relationship and making it nice and strong, all right? And that's why this journey that we're going on is so together. That's why, like, when you watch black belts interact with one another, they're like family, right? It's because here at the karate school, that's what we do. We're like a big old family, all right? And that's what this is talking about, all right? The next one says, to lead yourself, use your head. To lead others, use your heart. This is very important. If you want to lead other people, if you want other people to follow you, you can't just use your head because people are going to think that you don't care about them and that they don't matter. You want to use your heart. You want to know how they feel. You want to try and like pick up on how they feel, if they're annoyed, if they're mad, if they're happy, if they're not feeling very good, many different things, and you want to kind of help them along the way. You want to make them feel better, work harder, and grow, all right? And as a leader, that is the most important thing. You need to lead with your heart. You have to show that you care about those people, all right? So what I want you guys to do for your kind of application, so to speak, for this lesson is I want you guys to think about who you're like, who has your biggest connection? Who are you closest to? The people that you are closest to. Who do you feel like you have a really great relationship? The connection is huge and awesome and amazing. Think about those people, and I want you to write them down. All right? I want you to write them down. These are people that could like inspire you to do things. They could be people that you listen to unconditionally. There are people that you know care about you. All right? Those are the people I want you to write down. Good. You guys are awesome. Thank you, level 2. All right. And last but not least, we're moving on to level 3. So level 2, once you finish that and you got your people written down, you guys are free to go and have a great afternoon. And level 3, you guys are up. All right. Caught it. All right. Level 3, you guys are also on technically number 3. It's not a chapter. It's the incredibly effective teaching techniques. We are on number 3, which is harness the power of focus anchors. Harness the power of focus anchors. Now, what this means is most kids, even the difficult ones, want to be a part of the group. This is very important to know. No matter how difficult they are, everyone wants to feel like they are a part of the group. Everyone wants to feel like they are a part of something bigger, right? So, going on to the first bullet point, it says focus anchors are used to help you maintain blank on the karate floor in a positive, non-threatening manner. This is control. The first word is control. Control. Focus anchors are used to help you maintain control on the karate floor in a positive, non-threatening manner. It has to be a positive, non-threatening manner. Otherwise, the students are gonna just not want to be here. They're not gonna want to keep going. All right. The next one says, young students become blank. Very easy. Once one does, the rest will soon follow. Young students become distracted. Young students become distracted very easily. Once one does, the rest will soon follow. That's why it's important that we are always focused on the karate floor, right? It's because if you guys get off task, then everyone else is going to want to follow you and start messing around and not paying attention, and then it's all chaos, and we don't want that, right? So that's why we're always on top of you guys about staying focused in the karate school. All right. Next one, the key is to stay calm and happy. Never get frustrated or angry. Never get frustrated or angry. This is very important. As an instructor or even a helper like you guys, you cannot get frustrated at people. You have to stay calm no matter how challenging it can be. Think about it. Have you guys seen me get truly and utterly furious at anyone? No. Why? It's because of this right here. If I can stay calm and I can stay happy, then everything will be okay. People are going to want to keep going. It's when you start getting frustrated, when you start getting angry, that things don't go the way you need to, you want them to, right? This also means that we're not like, if we're helping out on the floor and someone's not listening to us, we're not going to another helper and be like, man, that kid is so dumb. They don't even pay attention. Yeah, you guys are like, what? But I've heard it. I've seen it. I've seen helpers do things like that. Yeah, bad, right? Those are the ones I get mad at. Those are the ones that I sit down and say, you ever do that again, you're not getting your next belt. Those are the ones where I get kind of frustrated. But as you guys have probably seen, when I get frustrated, I don't get mad. I get extremely happy, where my smile goes from a regular smile to where it goes from ear to ear. And you don't want me there. Trust me, it's not good. So don't get me mad, okay? It's great. You don't want me to get mad. All right. So stay calm, stay happy, never frustrated or angry. That's not good. So moving on. Rule of 3. Number 1, keep the anchors blank. This one is keep the anchors strong. You need to make sure the anchors you use are strong. These are, again, things that are going to hold students' attention and get them back on track. All right? That's what your anchors are all about, is getting students back on track and keeping them focused. Next one, number 2, blank the anchors. This one is vary. You want to vary the anchors. Not V-E-R-E. You want vary. V-A-R-Y. Vary. Like so. All right, and next one, number 3. Use focus anchors blank in the class. This one is frequently. That's an L. There we go. Frequently. So use focus anchors frequently in class, meaning use them a lot, not just once, not just twice, but you have to use them all the time. That's how you make sure people are always staying focused. All right, so next one, we're moving on. Always stay positive when you are using focus anchors. Never use a blank anchor like yelling, pay attention, or something similar. This one is negative. Negative. Stay positive when using focus anchors. Never use a negative anchor like yelling, pay attention, or something similar. Those are bad. We don't want to yell at a student, hey, pay attention. Because the kid's going to feel bad. Everyone's going to be staring at that kid because now everyone knows that they weren't focused. And that kid's going to feel really, really bad. And we don't want that. All right? So it's very important that our focus anchors are completely positive. Okay? Now, you might be thinking, Mr. Morris, what are focus anchors still? Right? We just went through and we just kind of talked about what a focus anchor needs to be. But we didn't go over what focus anchors are. All right? Now, it says leadership thoughts. What are examples of focus anchors? So this is where I want you to write them down. Okay, so you're going to be writing down focus anchors. Now, you ready? Because I got a whole bunch of them that I use in class all the time. Some of them you might be like, oh my God, that's so true. So the first focus anchor that we use a lot is if someone is not paying attention, we find someone that is paying attention next to them. So you know, we got student 1 here not paying attention, and we got student 2 here paying attention really awesomely. Well, then we're going to be like, oh man, Circle, you're doing so amazing. Keep up the good work. What happens to this one? He's going to look over at Circle, and he's going to be like, I want to be like that. I want to get praised. I want my instructor to talk to me. And what happens to that other person? They start working harder. They start focusing more. Right? That is a focus anchor. That's an example of one focus anchor. All right? Complimenting someone that's doing great, and the other one will want to as well. Another one is same 2 kids, but this time we have this one. He's actually focusing really well, right? He's doing everything he's supposed to be doing. Well, then I'm going to come up to him and be like, oh man, you're doing so amazing. Keep up the hard work. Thank you so much for focusing. You did so amazing, kind of thing. And the more you do that, the more they're like, oh, yeah, I need to focus more. That's how I keep getting praised. And they're going to start focusing more, right? This is a good focus anchor. Again, these are strong, good focus anchors. Another couple of focus anchors for you guys. One that I use a lot. Ready? If we're in a mat chat and someone's not paying attention, you guys have definitely heard me do this one. Ready? You guys have heard me do that where a kid's not paying attention. I'm like, oh yeah, that one works. That's a focus anchor where I just snap once and they automatically know, whoa, I need to focus, right? That's a focus anchor. That's what we're talking about. All right, that's one. Another one that you guys can do, this is more when I use when I'm like trying to get you guys to stand up quickly. I clap, right? I'm like, all right, and I get you guys to stand up quickly. That's a focus anchor. That makes you know it's time to go. It's time to get ready. It's time to get going. All right, so those are 4 different focus anchors that you guys can kind of use. Another one I use, this one is more during mat chats too, is someone's not paying attention, and I know they're not. I can still talk to the rest of the group. I'm still explaining what we're talking about, but if that person is not paying attention, I'll just set my hand right on their knee, right? I'll just put my hand right here on their knee, and they'll kind of like be like, oh crap, and like look at me, right? And that's another one that you guys can use. As helpers on the karate floor, you guys can also do a few focus anchors like that as well, right? If you see a student not paying attention, you just tap on them and be like, hey, make sure you're looking at Mr. Morris, right? And if you do things like that, that helps me tremendously for like the people that try to sit in the back. If you guys are sitting in the back and you're like, nope, pay attention. Oh, no, make sure you're watching Mr. Morris, and you like keep them on focus. That'll keep everything going smoothly so we can get going right away, right? So these are different focus anchors that you guys can use. Other than that, that's everything for today. Thank you, Level 3, for hanging out with me for all 30 minutes. You guys rock. Have a good afternoon. Bye, everyone.